What's good, YouTube? It is your boy Big Cool coming to you from Colossal Sports TV, and I am back with another video. I'm going to be real, man. There's no reason why we shouldn't have an undisputed middleweight champion next year. And I know politics, bullshit, money always can get in the way of that. But look, I'm going to simplify things. And this is not me being, naive or whatever, because I just said I know everything. And this is what I'm saying probably only happens in a perfect world. You know what I'm saying? But look at it this way. You have all three middleweight champions now fighting on DAZN. Canelo Alvarez, the WBA, WBC middleweight champion. Demetrius Andrade, the WBO middleweight champion. Daniel Jacobs, the IBF middleweight champion. Three of those guys right there fight on DAZN, associated with Eddie Hearn in some type of way. You know what I'm saying? Yes, you got Jermall Charlo on the outside looking in. He's the WBC interim middleweight champion. And he figures in this way. Look, if he wants to fight, obviously he's going to have to fight on DAZN. Simple as that. Whether he gets that shot at Canelo Alvarez remains to be seen, because Canelo is the wild card. Because he's fighting December 15th, Rocky Fielding, for the WBA regular super middleweight title. And a lot of people don't expect him to drop back down in weight. I do, because he's already undersized at middleweight, and he's severely undersized at super middleweight. Could he beat some guys over there? Yeah. Could he beat a Gilberto Ramirez? Yeah. Could he beat a David Benavidez? No, I don't think so. Could he beat a Jose Ugatage? Yeah. A Jesse Hart? Yeah. But he could accomplish something being an undisputed champion at middleweight. He already has two of the belts, and his two logical opponents are right there. We already know he's the cash cow. One of two cash cows in boxing, alongside Anthony Joshua. So we already know that, right? We established that. Demetrius Andrade is a two-division champion, but he's not well known outside of the sport of hardcore, outside of boxing by the hardcore fans. Same with Jacobs. Jacobs probably has a little more notoriety than Andrade outside of the hardcore boxing fans, because he did share the ring with Gennady Golovkin and gave him a great fight. But both of these guys know, Eddie Hearn included, their promoter, knows that when you're going to negotiate a fight with Canelo Alvarez, you already know it ain't going to be no 50-50. It ain't going to be no 60-40. You'd be lucky to get 70-30. Maybe he give you 65-35. Maybe. That's how bad he want to fight. That depends on how bad he wants to fight you and what his promoter, Oscar De La Hoya, has to say. But since you know that shit right there, you already should go in with, all right, look, you go tell Demetrius, you go tell Daniel, look, man, you know how Canelo roll. I'm going to try to get as much from him as I can. I'm going to start with what 30% or whatever the fuck it may be. Boom, he said no, or 35, whatever the fuck it may be. I'm just throwing a number out there. You know what I'm saying? You try to get your fighter the most money possible, but you got to be realistic. Neither one of these guys are pay-per-view draws. They don't sell. They don't put asses in seats like Canelo Alvarez does. So they're going to have to, get what they get and, go in the ring and perform. But with these three guys being on the DAZN, there's no reason why this fight shouldn't happen. Why an undisputed champion shouldn't happen. Even with Jermall Charlo being the mandatory two, or one of the top guys to fight for Canelo Alvarez. Yes, I know Triple G and Jermall has been mandated to fight each other for that, like a title eliminator for the mandatory spot. And even with that shit in play, unifications and undisputed bouts take precedent over all that shit. And with, Canelo having Mauricio Sulaiman, the WBC president, in his pocket, sucking his dick everywhere he go, every chance he get, you already know they can make that shit happen if they want to. So if it's not an undisputed champion by late next year, top of 2020, you already know what's up. None of these motherfuckers want to do it. Look, Daniel Jacobs is rumored to be facing, or could be facing Canelo Alvarez in May. That will be a unification bout. His IBF title on the line, as well as Canelo's WBA and WBC titles on the line, Ring Magazine as well. The winner of that will hold 3 of the belts. Then you got Demetrius Andrade. He just beat Walter Kawanda, or Kawanda, whatever his name is. He could fight Billy Joe Saunders in a fucking volunteer title defense. If he beats him, boom, that sets the showdown up between the winner of Canelo versus Daniel Jacobs, and that winner faces Demetrius Andrade. The winner of that fight, undisputed. But that's if these guys want to happen. If they want that to happen, there's no reason why we shouldn't have an undisputed middleweight champion next year. I just laid it out, man. I just laid it out. Jacobs, if he's going to fight Canelo in May, that takes care of that one fight. That consolidates 3 of those 4 belts right there. Andrade, fight Billy Joe Saunders, makes a title defense. Boom. Even if Andrade loses, Billy Joe Saunders has a chance to be undisputed. Even if Jamal or Gennady Golovkin comes in, get a title shot at Jacobs or Andrade or Canelo want to fight him, these guys have a chance to become undisputed. The point is, there's no reason why we shouldn't have an undisputed middleweight champion next year. If these guys really want to obtain that true greatness and really want to be remembered in time, remembered in history, then they're going to make these fights happen. They're going to make these fights happen. Egos to the side. Eddie Hearn, you got the money. You got the shit to play with DAZN, backing you up. Oscar, backing Canelo. Al Heyman, backing Jamal. Tom Loeffler, backing Gennady Golovkin. Frank Warren backing Billy Joe Saunders. If these motherfuckers win their fights, come together, make the fight for all the marbles. It don't matter if it's Billy Joe Saunders versus Golovkin, Jamal versus Jacobs, Andrade versus Canelo. Look, us boxing fans need to be treated to a fucking undisputed middleweight title fight next year. It's 12 months in a year. Make the shit happen. Figure the shit out. Y'all. It's not that crazy. Andrade, you said you want to fight the best, then you shouldn't be making those soft-ass title defenses, bro. You should be fighting Jamal Charlo, Billy Joe Saunders, hell, David Lemieux, anybody, hell, Jerry Hurd if he come up, somebody. You said you want to fight the best. Daniel Jacobs, you said Jamal you don't think Jamal will fight you. If the motherfucker come to the table saying they want to fight you, it's an opportunity, fight him. At this point, all these fighters should be fighting the best. No ifs, ands, buts about it. The time for that talking shit is over. It's over, man. Make these fights happen. Make these fights happen, man. Like this video. Drop your comments in the comment section down below. Give me your thoughts on this. Hit that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell button to be notified every time I upload new videos. Head over to Facebook. Like my Colossal Boxing Talk Facebook page where I will post my boxing videos on that page. I also post a link to the rest of my social media accounts in the description down below, Twitter and Instagram. Shout out to the movement, everybody that is moving with us. Be sure to check out 3kingsboxing.com for your latest and greatest updated, unfiltered, and unbiased boxing news reported the way it should be. Till next time, I am out. Peace.